Hi, this is Shelley Chapman, Senior Educational Consultant at the Idea Center, and this is a short video to explain how to complete the IDEA Faculty Information Form in IDEA Online. You may be wondering why faculty need to complete a form. Most of the time, and of course surveys, are only completed by students. The reason faculty are asked to complete a form is related to how IDEA defines teaching effectiveness. Most surveys judge teaching effectiveness by the degree to which the instructor's methods are like a model teacher. The philosophy of the IDEA system is different. The primary indicant of teaching effectiveness in the IDEA system is how well students rate progress on the types of learning their instructors targeted. The Faculty Information Form provides you with the opportunity to say what you are targeting in your course and what you are not targeting. Your results will reflect how well students make progress on the types of learning you target. That's why the IDEA system uses two forms, one for faculty and one for students. Here you see the Faculty Information Form on the left. This is sometimes referred to as the FIF. The Student Diagnostic Form is on the right. The same set of 12 learning objectives is listed on each form. Faculty select which objectives they targeted in the course as essential or as important. All the other objectives are marked as minor or of no importance. Students rate the progress they made on the learning objectives. This is the most important part of the Faculty Information Form, the 12 general learning objectives. These are made up of objectives from the 6 broad learning categories: basic cognitive background, application of learning, expressiveness, intellectual development, lifelong learning, and team skills. It's not realistic to think that in a single course, students can make significant progress on all or even most of the 12 learning objectives. For this reason, and because of the limited amount of time available in a given course, most instructors will be able to seriously address about 3 to 5 learning objectives. In selecting essential or important objectives for a particular course, you ask these 3 questions. Is it a significant part of the course? Do I do something specific to help students accomplish this objective? And does the student's progress on this objective affect his or her grade? If the answer is yes to each of these questions, then that objective should be marked as essential or important. Remember that if you select minor or no importance for an objective, you're not saying that you think the learning objective is not important. You're saying that you are not targeting that objective in this particular course. Above all, be true to your course. If you're teaching a course such as a clinical or internship, where you want your students to apply what they've learned in their regular classes, it would be appropriate to select only the application objective. If, on the other hand, you are teaching a capstone course in the major, it is altogether appropriate for you to be targeting more than 5 objectives. Be true to your course. Selecting 3 to 5 objectives is a good rule of thumb. Only student responses to the objectives you targeted are used to calculate the progress on relevant objectives portion of your summative score. When you select objectives, you customize your report to the types of learning you target in your course. If you have taught this course before, you can copy your objectives from previous FIFs. Simply select it from a drop-down menu. If you forget to select any objectives, our system says that something must be important, and so all the objectives default to important. The Faculty Information Form includes some other items to be completed. For example, you will be asked to select the discipline in which you are teaching. The purpose of this item is to provide you with comparison data in your report. There are also questions about the context in which you've taught your course. How you respond to these contextual items in no way influences your scores. The purpose of your responses here is for your institution to conduct its own research by looking at aggregate data. When using IDEA Online, you can also add questions, either open-ended questions or those using a Likert scale. You may want to view our short video on how to add questions when using IDEA Online. If you have questions about how to complete the Faculty Information Form, I would like to point you to several resources. First, there's a document on our website called Directions to Faculty. I think you will find this resource to be helpful because besides providing you with the information you've heard in this presentation, you will also find definitions for all the terms used in the FIF. Another source you may find to be useful is the IDEA blog, which contains posts that explain in more detail the purpose and function of the FIF. The IDEA Help Community is another option for you to consider if you have questions about the Faculty Information Form. This Help Community provides you with answers to many questions faculty have already asked, but you can also post your own question and receive a prompt response from a member of the IDEA staff or perhaps from another client. If you prefer, you could send an email message to info@theideacenter.org, and we'll be happy to help.